Hi fashion people, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. It's your full package fashion teacher here for me at day. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I created this deer on like 3D flower. It looks like a deer horn, and that's why I called it a deer horn like 3D flower. So I'm going to be showing you everything from scratch to finish. Make sure you watch the video from the beginning to the end, and if it's helpful to you, make sure you give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not done so. Right here, the materials you'll be working with: you need a glue gun, you need a candle gum stick, you need your copper wire 0.71 mm I have here, and you need, okay, yeah, I'm trying to show you better here, so yeah, that's that. And then you need a fire lighter, okay, that you use for burning the edges. You need your scissors, and you need your vanishing gum, the one we call Emming gum, yeah, the wider one. So you need your lining as well for a good finishing. And then you need your crinoline mesh. This is very important in order to give the applique a structure. And yeah, after that you go ahead and cut out the pattern you want to use, the pattern of the lace, place the vanishing gum, and then place the crinoline mesh. Now your iron comes in, so you start using your pressing iron to press it. Make sure that the heat is not too extreme to avoid shrinking, and make sure it's not too low, okay, because you need the gum to disappear completely. So make sure that you have the steam of the iron on, so it's better to use a steam iron. So that's what will do the job. Too much heat will shrink, you know, the fabric, okay. So do a lot of pressing to ensure that all the heat, you know, is exerted and all the gum disappeared. And after that I went ahead to trim off the crinoline mesh that's not needed. Now the next thing is you use the copper wire, okay. The copper wire comes in place. Now I'm going to be attaching the copper wire all around the pattern. Now my candlestick could not, you know, fit into the glue gun, so I had to improvise. I have the bigger one, so if you're like me, you can, you know, improvise as well. So you're going to be applying the glue on the pattern, the lines where you want to place the copper wire, and make sure that you do not do everything at once. You do it bit by bit, because if you put the gum on all the areas you want to work on at once, the, you know, the gums, this particular gums, you know, dry very fast. So you just have to do it bit by bit like I am doing here. And then the copper wire, it's, you know, it's rolled. You won't even find it easy to do at once, so you have to do it bit by bit. And then one beautiful thing about the copper wire is that it's quite flexible. You can bend it to any direction. You can see how it's so easy for me to work with. So you follow all the curves, all the, you know, curves of your pattern, whatever direction your pattern is facing, you follow it through. And while you are placing the copper wire, while you are fixing it, make sure that you use your hand to press it on it for a little while, for air to go into it so that the gum can dry. Now you make use of your cutter. Those who are into beading will they'll be familiar with this cutter. It's like a plier, but it has a sharp mouth to cut the copper wire easily. It does the job better than scissors. So here I was showing you that I will go ahead to attach the copper wire all through. So all the branches of my flower, I went ahead to attach the copper wire. Okay, so you know, you can't go ahead to do everything at once. You have to do the longest line in the middle first, just like a leaf. So all those lines by the side of the leaf, you are going to do them separately after you've done the one in the middle, and that's exactly what I was trying to show you here. So make sure you use your hand to press it, allow air to blow into it so it can dry, because if you leave it immediately, the copper wire will start pulling out, especially when it's been washed. So I'll go ahead and attach the copper wire all through and show you the result. Now this is it. Look what we have. Look what we have here. It looks so beautiful already. It looks so beautiful already. Now the next thing is for me to place the lining. Now before you do that, you need to place the vanishing gum, because that's what you're going to be using to glue everything together. So cut off the excess gum at the edge, okay, because if you don't cut it off, by the time you're using your pressing iron, it's going to glue the fabric that you're using for your ironing. Yeah, you don't want a rough job, so make sure you try as much as possible to maintain neatness while you're working. And look at the one that I did already, and that's what we're trying to achieve. Place your lining on it after you've placed the vanishing gum, and then start using your steam iron to press it. This will give you a better finishing. At least the rough edges will not be visible to the eyes, even though you're still going to be seeing the lines of the copper wire, but at least it is not visible to the eyes. It's not naked here. It's not naked. So go ahead and press it well to ensure that all the gum disappears. You do not want to see traces of that gum on the right side of your fabric, because sometimes you work with materials that are actually transparent, especially a white fabric. So you don't want to be, or maybe a colored fabric, and you know your vanishing gum is white, so you make sure that you press it until everything disappears. So after that, I pulled it out, trim out the excess lining I do not need, and after this I went ahead to start trimming the flower. So because of the crinoline mesh attached, it's so easy for me to be able to trim, because it has given it structure. Without the crinoline mesh, it will be difficult for you to trim the edges of your flower. So once it has structure, the rest is simple. So make sure you're using a very sharp scissors. My scissors here is super sharp, and not just because it's for you to do it easily, but because for you to have a neater job. Yes, a sharp scissors gives you a neat job. So keep on trimming, keep on trimming, keep on trimming. We are having a beautiful result already. It's looking beautiful already. I love it. I love it. So I went ahead to trim everything, and this is the final result. Look at that. And you know the beauty of this thing, the copper wire, is that it makes it easy for you to bend to any direction you want. So the next thing I did was to burn the edges. Some people don't do this, probably because they feel it's not necessary, but for me, I want a neater finishing. So burning the edges will give you a neater finishing even after using a sharp scissors. So I kept burning and burning. I think my lighter did a thing here. So I burned the edges all around until I had a perfect finishing, and behold, Power Holding Company of Nigeria. So I went ahead to attach it to my dress with needle and thread, and look at what we have. Look at that, so beautiful. So you guys should try it. I'll send the result to me on every platform: WhatsApp, Instagram. I will see you in another video. Bye. There is no